Definitely some active storms yesterday. If you were like me out doing errands, it wasn't the most convenient to be getting drenched. But
I couldn't mow the lawn.
Yeah.
Because
It was tough.
Not that I complained.
good excuse, right?
I know I was out in the water there early on, so it wasn't a problem. We saw the storms, obviously keeping in touch with our ABC7 weather app and watching the storms progress, and were able to make it back in time, and hopefully everyone else did too. And it looks like not as many storms today. That's a result of some drier air and high pressure that's moved in, which is kind of limiting those storms, although there's still a chance for a few coastal showers. This is the Casey Key webcam looking out over the Gulf of Mexico, and you can see it's pretty quiet out there. Seas running less than 2 feet. And once in a while you see some high cirrus clouds moving overhead, but generally fair conditions up and down the area beaches. And a different case yesterday as some big storms firing off lightning, and this lightning strike right across Sarasota Bay, a great shot there. Dangerous lightning up and down west central Florida all throughout the afternoon and evening as a result of just a little bit more moisture in the atmosphere, a little bit more convergence set up, but not as much today. We still are starting to see some big storms firing up down to our south, and the east coast breeze making its way all the way over. The showers that have been around haven't been around all that long, and they've produced one or two lone lightning strikes. The one that was near Venice has since moved on, and that drier air, you can just see a little bit of it right there. It's in the mid-levels of the atmosphere, so not nearly as moist as it was yesterday. On top of that, we have a trough of low pressure coming down to the southeast, and that's going to switch our winds around more to a west-southwesterly direction over the upcoming days, and that usually favors inland storms pushing back toward the east coast as opposed to the west coast. Dew point temperature at 72 and the humidity at 55%. The high today a few degrees shy of the record, 93 the high and 97 the record set in 2014. No rainfall to report today, and doing pretty good for the month and the year, not too far behind. 85 in Jacksonville. It's 85 in Orlando now, and 84 in Miami. Key West at 85 degrees. And 88 in Venice Gardens. Northport, you're at 87 degrees. Arcadia with some clouds and some rain cooled air nearby. It's 83 there, 92 in Wauchula, though. This particular model indicating some late night showers, say 9, 10 o'clock, pushing off into the Gulf. And then eventually a few showers are possible moving back onshore, say around 11 o'clock to up to 2 p.m. And then those will move inland and then fire off toward the east coast as a result of the west to southwesterly wind component out ahead of a trough of low pressure, which will be moving down into northern portion of the state. It looks like now this pattern will stay with us through Thursday, Friday, and possibly even into the weekend, although I think we'll have a little bit better chance to see some coastal showers in the late morning and afternoon beginning on Thursday and continuing through the weekend. So they'll still be there, but the timing of the storms will be inland areas, mainly pushing to the east coast late today. In the tropics, all is quiet right now. Things looking good there, all the way through the Caribbean and off into the western Atlantic. Well, there's that line of low pressure, if you will, making its way down into the southeast United States. That's the reason why we're going to see this a little bit of a shift in our pattern that we saw over the weekend. Look at these temperatures. It's hotter now in Detroit than it is here in Sarasota. Toronto at 90, and so is Sarasota, and 95 in St. Louis. Dallas now at 96, 107 in Phoenix, and Boston a bit cooler now at 76. For boaters, winds will be, again, pretty light out there. They'll start out of the south, turn to the west, 5 to 10 knots. Seas will be running 2 feet or less, and a light chop on the bays and inland waters. The water temperature now at 88 degrees. And the UV index will be high, and high tide just in a few minutes from now. Low tide will be at 147. Sunset at 8:29. Tonight, a few storms are still possible this evening, scattered about. Not everyone will get them, but there'll be a few. It will stay warm, mid-70s to upper 70s near the coast. Tomorrow, scattered storms and near the coastline, showers, if you will, late morning, early afternoon, and then once again inland storms in the afternoon. That pattern stays with us through Wednesday, Thursday, and into the weekend. Just a little bit better chance for some showers and storms, though, as we make our way through the weekend.